Welcome to Painting in Acrylics with Aya Cat. Before we get started, please subscribe and like. The first 30 minutes of this painting I did outdoors during a live stream. And you can see that what I like to start with is the outline of the figure. And then later on, I start coloring it in. So I made a brown out of yellow, red, and blue acrylic paint, and that's what I used to make the outline. Now my model is my daughter, and I call this painting a portrait in summer. One of the wonderful things about having someone who is outspoken and not afraid to tell you if you've made a mistake is that it actually helps you improve your painting. So as you follow me along in this speed painting version, you can see every single mistake that I made, and you can also see me correcting the mistakes. I find that I am most motivated to find out what I have done wrong when it's pointed out to me by someone who really cares about the painting. So this is what it looked like when I first finished the first 30 minutes. And this is later on when I went back to it and I try to subtract details. And that's how I look at it. I know a lot of other people think that as you improve your painting, what you're doing is adding details. But in my case, I just have a lot of wrong details, or I overdid something. I tried to make a contrast. You know, the only way that we can tell what the form is in a painting is by contrast. Light and dark are major contrasts. And the thing is, when you first get started, you tend to overdo the contrast. So later, you want to make it more subtle. So you subtract details that you don't think should be there. And very seldom did I actually add details. Well, I did add some highlights into the hair and some dark areas into the hair, and I did correct some mistakes in general. But I didn't make the painting more detailed as it got better. I just subtracted exaggerations. You know, I'm a caricaturist by inclination, so I exaggerate differences. But if you want to make the painting more realistic, and if you want to make it more flattering, then you need to take out some of the details, or at least make them not quite so strong. So as you see me going along here and making the painting look more realistic and more realistic, there's probably one error that just jumps out at you. And I had the benefit of someone telling me that I had made this error because I wasn't sure. But you can see that the right eye, or actually her left eye, but to our right, is not quite in the right place, in the correct place. So I went back and redid the eye. And of course, at first, when you do something like this, you feel as if you've made it worse because nothing looks right. It took you a while to build that eye from the ground up, and now you have to rebuild it again. So at first, the white of the eye looks too white, and there are all sorts of just effects from the fact that you're starting over on that one detail in the painting. Starting over seems like you're taking a step backwards. But if you keep working on it and adding what you need and subtracting excess detail, then you can bring that corrected eye back up to spec so that it fits on the face. And that's what I learned how to do. So I'm very grateful when people tell me that I've made an error and I have an opportunity to go back and fix it. And there is our completed summer portrait. If you liked it, please subscribe and like and hit the bell icon for notifications.